What's going on, AZ Sports fan family? We're back at it again with another video. We're going into week 6, Arizona Cardinals versus the Cleveland Browns. We got round 2 of Kyler Murray versus Baker Mayfield, and I'm absolutely super excited about this game. Now, we made it through our division weeks back to back, and we came out 2-0, and we're 5-0 on the 2021 season so far. But we have a tough matchup coming up, and we're going to the Cleveland Browns. Guys, we're going to dive into this game here deeper. Roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what we're going to do is we're going to preview week 6 Arizona Cardinals versus the Cleveland Browns. But before we get started, as always, everybody, do me a huge favor, smack that like button and subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. And a couple different news updates for you guys as well. I'm very excited to go ahead and tell you guys that I will be getting a new display, or I'm sorry, a new prop in my display in this little showcase here. So I ended up getting a Kyler Murray signed helmet that I'm super happy about. I'm probably going to get it within 2 or 3 weeks from now, so I'm super excited about. So in 2 or 3 weeks, you most likely will be seeing it right there. Super stoked about it. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is we are going to be doing giveaways. The latest thing that we're going to be giving away is we got some car decals, ladies and gentlemen. They range from red, the AZ Sports Fan. We got white, and we got black, the AZ Sports Fan. We will be giving these away. I got multiple different ones, and I also have some pretty big ones as well. I got this one right here. I got this Punisher looking one right here as well. So we got a lot of cool different things that we're going to be giving away here at the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. All you need to do is like this video and share this video on your social media. The biggest reason as to why is we're trying to get to 8K, and I can't do it without you guys. So if you want to be a part of the giveaway, do all those steps that I mentioned here before and comment below. Done. That's all you need to do. Without further ado, let's go and just jump right into it here, guys. Like I always do in my previews, I always give you 3 sections. First is 3 things to look out for. Second is 3 keys to success for the Arizona Cardinals to win, and also like to give you my matchups that I'm really excited to see in this game. But let's get started here with the things to look out for Browns versus the Cardinals here. Number one thing, and it's most important in my eyes, is going to be that Browns' run game. They got 2 dynamic running backs back in their backfield here with Nick Chubb as well as Kareem Hunt. I know we're not going to be able to stop them. It's going to be silly for me to say stop the run game, stop it's not going to happen. They're going to get their yards. Maybe one of them is going to go over 100, but that is basically their number one offense. Those 2 beasts back there. It's a 2-headed monster they have back there with Kareem Hunt as well as Nick Chubb. Going in there, we got Nick Chubb, that's going to be your bruiser, going to give you those those ugly yards that I like to say, and then you have Kareem Hunt, which is basically kind of the same type of running back, but he's also a little bit more elusive. He can catch the ball in the backfield, make you miss, and basically get about 10-15 yards. So it's imperative that we always keep our eyes on who's in the backfield, Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt. Another thing to look out for is that this is going to be an away game. So the Arizona Cardinals are traveling up to Cleveland so we can take on the Cleveland Browns on week 6, and there might be some, weather issues. And I know the Arizona Cardinals aren't really used to playing outside when it comes down to, inclement weather or anything like that. So I really hope that we have a sunny, beautiful day this coming Sunday, because the Arizona Cardinals can use that type of day. We don't really do very well in any other type of weather, but that is huge, and we need to definitely take a look into, what's going to happen on Sunday. But to kind of add a 0.5 onto that as well is that the Browns are actually coming off a loss against the Los Angeles Chargers. And, man, that game was an amazing game. If you didn't catch that game, I don't know what to tell you, but that probably should have been the game of the week. That was an amazing game here. But, unfortunately, the Browns ended up losing. So what that means is they want to come out with the win. They're going to do everything they possibly can to not go back-to-back losses and make sure that their record goes to 3-3. But that's why the Arizona Cardinals need to come up and play ferociousness and make sure that we come up with a W and continue our winning streak. And last things to look out for is that they don't have Jarvis Landry yet, which is going to be their number 1 wide receiver, or at least the wide receiver that Baker Mayfield is probably most comfortable with. Jarvis Landry ended up getting hurt in the towards the beginning of the season. He's most likely not going to be playing this game for the Browns, but they do have some notable people to look out for. Now, he's not a wide receiver, but he plays like one. David Njoku. He had a monstrous game this last week against the Chargers. So that's definitely a person that we need to keep our eye on. Two other people that I want to make sure that we keep our eye on is Donovan Peoples-Jones, as well as Rashad Higgins. Now, I would usually put OBJ in there, Odell Beckham Jr. in that, things to look out for, but I don't think the Browns fans are really happy with him right now, or happy with his production, as to when he came into, the Cleveland Browns organization. All right, guys, now let's move into the 3 keys to success for the Arizona Cardinals to come out with the W here. Number 1, in my mind, is that we need to make sure that our run game gets going. James Conner, Chase Edmonds, Kyler Murray. I at least want to see maybe like 1 or 2 design plays for him to take off with the ball, because I feel like whenever that happens, whenever Kyler Murray has, 20 plus, 30 plus rushing yards, it opens up a lot of stuff within our offense. So we got to make sure that we keep their defense on their toes, and they're a very good defense over there. Let me just tell you right now, they're a very good defense over there. So I want to just make sure that we keep all options open for our Arizona Cardinals, and I feel like we need to make sure that our run game gets going, and that's absolutely imperative. Another key to success here for our Arizona Cardinals. Now, if you guys do not know, Chandler Jones actually ended up testing positive for, that big thing that's going on in the world right now. So I know that there might be a slight chance that he can, suit up for our Arizona Cardinals this coming Sunday, but it's not looking so good. If you guys don't know that already, I don't know what to tell you guys. Follow me on my social medias. Everything is in the description below, and you most likely will always get updated for, little news that drops like that. But yes, Chandler Jones has tested positive for that thing that's going on in the world right now, and he might not play, and he might play. We most likely will get a for sure answer maybe by Friday or Saturday of this week, guys. So we'll keep a close eye on that storyline, but it leads our, our outside linebackers to really step up. And I'm really happy with the depth that we have back there with Dennis Gardeck. I'm excited to see what, Marcus Golden's going to do with a lot more of a workload. So, yeah, man, I'm really excited to see how this is going to come out. I know Devon Kennard is looking for his opportunity as well. He had some snaps here and there, but we don't really see a high dosage of Devon Kennard very much at all. I know a lot of people were saying, hey, maybe put Isaiah Simmons out on the outside linebacker because of the situation. I don't know if they're going to venture out that far, but I do think our outside linebackers will hold up if the absence of Chandler Jones happens this coming weekend. I do think they can hold up very well. Third key to success here, let's go back to Cardinal football. Let's go back to 30 plus points a game type of football here. Now, I understand against the 49ers, we really put up 17 points, but keep in mind, everybody, that was a division game. Every time we play the 49ers, they always play us absolutely tough, and we play them exactly the same way. So it's probably going to be a small type of pointage type of game, but in this game, I see this game being completely different. I see us putting 30 plus points on the Browns, and the Browns doing kind of the same thing for on us as well. So we need to go back to Cardinal football, let the ball get slung around, but obviously be smart at it at the same time. Let Kyler be Kyler. All right, now let's move on to the matchups that I'm really excited to see. I think it's very obvious when you think of their defensive line, the Cleveland Browns defensive line, you think of Myles Garrett. This guy's an absolute freaking beast, man. His arm is the size of a 6-month baby. It's absolutely nuts. This guy's a freak of nature. So I'm excited to see how it's going to stack up against either DJ Humphries or Kelvin Beachum, just our tackles in general, because he does line up on the outside more than anything. So we got our hands full, man. We got our hands full when it comes down to Myles Garrett. This guy got a sack last week. He's trying to get more sacks. He's in the leaderboard of, top people that are getting sacks in the NFL so far. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to add some more stats onto his stat sheet and, sack Kyler Murray. Another key matchup that I want to go ahead and talk about here is I'm excited to see what their cornerbacks is going to look against our wide receivers. I've said this time and time again that our wide receiving core is absolutely stacked, man. With D-Hop, AJ Green, Christian Kirk, Rondell Moore. It goes on, man. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited that our wide receiving core is as productive as they've been so far in this season. But if you look on their side of the ball here, they got Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, and Greedy Williams are probably my top 3 that I think they're going to most likely be covering our guys. So I'm excited to see how they're going to stack up very well. I think their number 1 corner is probably going to be Denzel Ward. He most likely will be on DeAndre Hopkins or AJ Green, just really depending on, how they all kind of line up. I love what I'm seeing from DeAndre Hopkins, sometimes moving into the slot, sometimes on the outside. So it's really cool that our offense is actually mixing that type of stuff up. Another key matchup that I'm really excited to see is how is our defense going to stack up against their run game. Like I said a little earlier in this video, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, no joke at all. And something that we've been struggling with a lot when it comes down to our defense, although our defense is actually really good and very stout, something they struggle with is going to be the run defense. And we're going to have our hands full when it comes down to Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So going into week 6, are we taking the proper steps, proper precautions to stop a run game like, Kareem Hunt as well as Nick Chubb? So that's exactly what I'm excited to see here. How's our defense going to stack up against their run game, guys? Let me know what you guys think. If there's any other keys to success or any other thing that you want to mention here in the comments below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so very much for watching, guys, and I'm out. Peace out.